And I'm going to start with a club that definitely needs a fix, and that is Manchester United. And they're in a difficult situation right now because they've just appointed Michael Carrick as interim manager. So for me, I sort of look at this and say, should they be doing business in January and going forward? And I'm not sure if Manchester United should be doing this because they've got a new manager coming in who may not want the players that you would potentially buy in January, maybe better holding on to the funds and the money. But I also think this is exactly what Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Manchester United and Wilcox wanted to do by sacking Amram. They basically said to Amram, we're giving you no transfer budget, and then now they're bringing a manager on an interim basis, which allows them not to spend any money. So I think that has been done on purpose, and I can't see them spending anything in January. If they spend something in January, the position they have to buy is a midfielder, and that has to be a midfielder that can progress the ball but also sit and hold, and this should improve that midfield double pivot hugely. If you can get an elite midfielder who's very good as a holding mid but can also progress the ball up the pitch, that would be so important for Manchester United. And there've been a lot that have been linked, and one of the top ones is Carlos Baleba. I do like the look of Baleba, and I think this would get the best out of Kobbie Mainoo and allow you to play Kobbie Mainoo in the midfield. But if they were going to do this, I think I would have just stuck with Amram and just tried to see it through with him at least to the end of the season, as that was actually one of the main reasons why Amram was frustrated, because he felt like he wasn't being backed where he wanted to be in the transfer market. There were other reasons why Amram was frustrated, but I think if you offered him in a midfield signing, he would have been a lot more encouraged to stay and not do the press conference calling out the higher-ups and the owners. Because that is the main issue right now with Manchester United. It's been the main issue for a long time, is the fact that midfield is absolutely awful and it continues to be awful. So if they are going to do any business in January, that is the area I would spend. The other area you could consider spending is the fullbacks and potentially the winger, because now you look at it and you say, well, do we have an out-and-out left winger? That's unlikely. Matheus Cunha looks the most likely to play out there, or you could play an Mbeumo or an Amad Diallo, but you wouldn't say a top-quality left winger where that is their strongest position. So that's definitely another position you could look at. Fullbacks, I think a right back and a left back are a must in the summer. I don't rate Mazraoui or Dalot highly. Looking at the left back, you've got Dorgu and Shaw, and I don't rate either of them particularly highly. Dorgu looks decent right now, but I definitely think you could improve on them, unless Dorgu has an outstanding 5 months. So for me, if I'm Manchester United, I would probably hold fire until the summer and don't spend anything. If you're going to spend in an area, it has to be that midfield. They may well decide to do this to try get into the Champions League football, which I could understand. But whoever they buy, they need to be careful would fit the profile of the manager they're looking to get in the summer, as they don't need to be wasting money. They need to back whoever the manager is to the absolute extreme. And if you enjoy this, it'd be great to subscribe to this channel as well as liking the video.